This is a higher DC inverter air conditioner remote. This one here is for the cool-only model, while this one is for both heat and cool models. Today, I'll explain both in detail. First, let's talk about the functions, as many of them are the same in both remotes. Let's start with the pink button. This button is used for turning the unit on and off. Next is the health button. The health function is available in this remote as well, but you won't see it labeled on any key, so it's an extra feature present here. I'll explain how to use it in a bit. When you press the health button, the display on both the unit and the remote will show a leaf icon. This means the ion generator in the unit has been activated. The ion generator works by killing any bacteria and viruses in the room, providing you with fresh and clean air. This is a great function, so make sure to use it. Next is the turbo function, which is available on both remotes. When you press the turbo button, you'll notice an arrow icon appear in the corner of the remote display. Once the turbo function is activated, the unit will run at full capacity, whether you're using it in heat or cool mode. This means the unit will work at maximum power to either cool or heat the room as quickly as possible. Next, let's talk about the modes. Look at this cool model remote. It has 3 modes, while the other remote has 4 functions, which we'll discuss separately. First, there's the cool mode. When you press the cool button, the unit switches to cool mode, and you can see on the remote that the cool mode is now active. After that comes the fan function. When you press the fan button, the fan option will appear on the remote and the unit as well, meaning that if you just want to circulate air in the room, you can use this option. Next is the dry function. When you switch to dry mode, the unit changes to this mode. The dry mode is used to remove the humidity from the room. The unit adjusts according to the room temperature and reduces the humidity, making the room more comfortable. Another option available on the heat and cool model is the heat function. When you press the heat button, you'll see the heat symbol appear, making it easy to recognize that the unit is now in heat mode. Now, let's talk about the next function. The button with the fan icon is for controlling the fan speed. At this moment, the fan speed is on full mode, and 6 bars are showing, indicating that the fan is running at the highest speed. Currently, the fan is operating at 3-step speed. When you press the button again, it switches to auto mode, and you'll notice the bars fluctuating, meaning the fan speed is now set to adjust automatically. If you press it again, it switches to 2 bars, which is the slow speed. Pressing it again moves it to medium speed, showing 4 bars, and then 6 bars for high speed. In this way, you can control the fan speed. Next, let's talk about temperature control. There are buttons marked with a plus and minus symbol. The plus button increases the room temperature, making it warmer, and the minus button decreases the temperature, making the room cooler. After that, there are 2 functions related to swing mode. With this model, you can control the swings. Swings refer to the unit's flap that closes when the unit is off. One set of vertical blades inside can also be controlled. When you press the swing button, you'll notice the vertical bars are now activated, and it switches between double and single swing modes, meaning the position of the swing is changing. You can adjust the position accordingly. Now, let's talk about the flap that directs air vertically, while it also has a horizontal position. When you press the button for the flap, you get several options. The flap can move to the top, then downward, and then to the center. Afterward, it can be set to auto mode, where the flap will move up and down on its own. Now, let's talk about the auto function. This feature is available on this remote, but not on the other one. When you press the auto button, the unit switches completely to auto mode, and this symbol will appear to indicate that the remote is now set to auto mode. This means that the unit will automatically adjust based on the room's temperature. If it's hot, the unit will cool the room, and if it's cold, it will start heating the room. It will automatically regulate the room's temperature, and the fan speed will also adjust accordingly. In this mode, you cannot manually change the temperature or any other functions. Everything is automatically controlled. The only thing you can adjust is the swing. Apart from that, no other functions can be changed while in auto mode. Now, let's talk about the quiet mode. When you press the quiet mode button, a downward arrow will appear on the remote display. The down arrow means that the unit has entered quiet mode. When you previously activated turbo mode, the arrow pointed upwards, but now with quiet mode, the arrow points down, indicating that the unit is in quiet mode. In this mode, both the indoor and outdoor motors, including the compressor, will operate quietly. Next, let's discuss the extra function. By pressing the extra key, you can access 5 different functions. The first extra function shows a house symbol on the display. After pressing the confirm or cancel key, the house symbol will appear. This means that the unit will display the outdoor temperature, the temperature outside your home, on the indoor unit's display. To cancel this function, press the extra key again, and then press the Confirm Cancel key, and the function will be canceled. Another extra function is represented by the letters A and B. These allow you to control 2 units with one remote. When you press the extra key, B starts blinking. If you press it again and press the Confirm Cancel key, A will switch to B. This allows you to switch between controlling 2 units. However, this setting is only done by the company during installation. When the company technician comes, they will set this for you. In addition, there are 3 more functions related to the swing, which we have already discussed. If you want, you can control the swings from here by pressing the extra function key and then pressing the Confirm Cancel key to set the swing function accordingly. Next, let's talk about the sleep function. When you press the sleep button, a clock will appear on the remote display. The benefit of activating this function is especially for those who are sensitive to sleep and want a quiet environment. The unit will operate quietly and will also regulate the room temperature. Regulating means that the temperature will increase by 0.5 degrees each hour as people tend to feel colder while sleeping. This gradual increase ensures that the temperature does not rise too quickly and maintains a comfortable environment, preventing disturbances for anyone sleeping. The next functions are the timer on and timer off functions. By pressing these buttons, you can set the unit to automatically turn on or off. When you set the timer, continue pressing until you reach the desired time. Once you confirm the on function, the unit will automatically turn on if it is off. However, the electricity must remain on. Otherwise, you'll need to reset the settings. If you want to set the unit to turn from off to on, you can set it for 2 hours in the future, after which it will turn on and run for up to 7 hours. The next function is the light button. Pressing this button will turn the LED display on and off, controlling the visibility of the numbers shown on the unit. After that, you'll see the lock and reset buttons. If the remote is not functioning correctly for some reason, using the reset function will allow the remote to work properly again. Finally, the lock button locks the entire remote. When locked, no keys will function until you press the button again to unlock it. This way, you can set everything up as needed. I hope you found today's video helpful and informative. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos and subscribe. Thank you.